Process versus power. When the courts step into medicine, there are moments when a policy fight stops being about the policy itself. This week, that moment arrived in American healthcare. A federal judge blocked a sweeping effort by Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to remake the nation's vaccine advisory system, halting the dismissal of long-standing experts and the rapid installation of new appointees. The ruling did not declare winners or losers in the vaccine debate. It did something more fundamental. It drew a line around process. At the center of the dispute is the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, a body that quietly shapes how vaccines are recommended, covered, and distributed across the United States. Its work affects everything from pediatric care to insurance coverage to public health planning. It is not designed to be fast. It is designed to be deliberate. That deliberateness is precisely what was disrupted. The court found that the attempt to remove the committee's members and replace them wholesale likely violated the legal framework governing such advisory bodies. More importantly, it concluded that established procedures, those slow, often frustrating guardrails, had been bypassed. And that is where this story shifts, because this was never only about vaccines. It is about whether complex medical policy can be re-engineered through speed and authority, or whether it must remain anchored in systems built to resist exactly that kind of acceleration. For months, public health experts warned what would happen if those systems were sidestepped. Replace institutional process with rapid overhaul, they said, and the result would not be clarity. It would be instability. Legal challenges would follow. Guidance would fracture. Trust, already strained, would erode further. Those warnings are no longer theoretical. The court's intervention has now frozen key decisions, thrown advisory structures into uncertainty, and raised immediate questions about what guidance still stands. Programs that rely on stable recommendations, from insurance coverage mandates to childhood vaccination access, now face a period of ambiguity. Even those who support reform are left with a difficult reality. A national health system cannot function cleanly when its underlying rules are in dispute. There is a deeper tension here, one that extends beyond this case. Americans are increasingly divided not just on outcomes, but on process itself. There is impatience with institutions, skepticism of expertise, and a growing belief that speed is a substitute for rigor. In that environment, the temptation to just fix it becomes powerful. But systems like public health were never designed for speed. They were designed for resilience. The court's decision does not resolve the broader debate over vaccines, nor does it attempt to. Instead, it reinforces a quieter principle, that how decisions are made still matters, especially when those decisions affect millions of people. In the absence of that principle, every administration, left or right, would be free to rebuild critical systems in its own image as quickly as it chooses. That may feel efficient in the moment, until the next change comes just as fast. What we are seeing now is not simply a legal pause. It is the system doing what it was built to do when pushed too far, too fast, slowing things down. And in a healthcare system that touches every American life, that friction, however frustrating, may be the only thing preventing something far more unstable from taking its place.